All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the New England Patriots. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season, Week 17, is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Sony Michel, his first carry. He finds an opening past the 40. That one good for 33 in the first.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the backside? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Leopard! Leopard! Detroit! Detroit!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Watch it now, Barney! Hurry up, here we go! 3:19!
Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Detroit!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a quick throw here that's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. J.J. Watt in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. They'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. Hard throw, incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start by running the option to the right. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 56 yards. First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And a movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
Following the penalty, here's another 2nd and goal from the 5 now.
Let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90! No, check! Patriot! Black 99 Philly, here we go! Gun!
Jackson from the shotgun. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
No, check! Patriot!
From the gun, Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Again, this is Michel, and they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. No, check, Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. 31 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
They go play action here on 1st down. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Cameron Jordan in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. 52. Detroit! Detroit!
Now a play fake here on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Reynolds. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Gone!
Back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Gone! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Ah!
Looking to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And that goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Gone! 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 Gone!
They'll set up a throw. And he fires one incomplete. He was trying to find Ardarius Stewart, and it's 3rd down. Well, you got a young quarterback. You know, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
He may try and run for this. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big 1st down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Trying to pound it in here with Michelle. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14.
Hurry up, here we go! Green 39! Green 39!
He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Blue 90! Blue 90!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they get him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
After the interception, here's Jackson finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On 2nd down, Scott. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Jets are able to strike for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here comes Philip Dorsett now to return it. And now out come the Patriots. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win, and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been to an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win, and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission. That's their challenge. And you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know at the beginning of the season you have multiple goals. They just have one now. Win the game.
Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw here. Oh, battle for it here, and this will be caught. He got 29 yards that time.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. He'll drop to throw to Michel on the dump off. And he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
And a short gain down to about the 33. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at...
They'll look to throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. New England on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hubbard. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, of that marker. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Detroit!
30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Set! 3-19! 3-19!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Smith catches left side. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
Gone! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet 1st down.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Jonathan Jones that time, the one who got a hand in, knocked it away. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Gone! Detroit! Detroit! Hey, watch it! Back 99 Philly, here we go! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They go again with Scott. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on third down.
Watch it now, Barney! Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
From the gun, Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Patriots take over. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
Tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
All right, here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Watch him now, Barney.
On the ground, this is Michel. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Gone.
Fake. They'll look to throw. This throw caught right around the 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on second and goal?
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run it. This is Michel. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Second and goal from the 6 this time.
Gone! 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 Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job for it. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coach would always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. All right, here we go. Green, 39.
This time, Jackson will throw it. Thrust to his right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. On second down now. Scott, call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Yeah, great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the first.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? It looked like they were playing for the pass. That was third and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Back now in Foxborough. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. first down. Scott looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that. Yeah, there was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on second and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
They'll drop the throw. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a second and 13.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback. No matter the situation in there, the defense won the battle. They'll set up to throw. Oh, he's going backwards. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hubbard, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He finds Beckham complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Darren Lee coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Blitz, 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 blitz. You see me? You see me? They can't stop me out here.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Gun, 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 gun.
They'll run it now out of the gun. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
And it's Michel once again. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Scott. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
Gun, 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 gun. Detroit. Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Now he's going the other way. And that'll be incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Jackson. Got a man on the right sideline. It's Ferguson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll run on first down. Scott. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Now whistles blow, and the Patriots are going to take another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll keep it on the ground. Scott. And now running right through it. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Throwing now is Jackson. Airing it out deep for Smith. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Brown. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Now, remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field.
Leopard, gone.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Gone.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That's out to his running back, Michel. Still fighting for more. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another 1st down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Snags it for the pick, and to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They will take the knee here, and they will finish this regular season with a victory.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Jets, they'll wrap up the campaign an impressive 15-1. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, despite the loss here with foot